Doubt it. Doubt it. Camelot 331 here. Are you starting to see the warning signs? Are you starting to see the warning signs, boys? Here we go. A lot of things going on at GameStop. And yeah, I keep making videos about GameStop. Why? Because you keep watching them, you goofy bastards. Why have you done this to me? I only got one thing in life. GameStop. Oh my gosh, I wish I was dead. No, it's gotten so bad. It's gotten so bad that corporate are reaching out to folks, begging them to come back, begging them not to quit, because it's getting to the point where almost no store can even stay open all week, if at all. There's stores all across the country that are just closed because no one will work in them. And it's probably because they're offering $9 an hour to work at these stores, and then they give them an unfathomable amount of responsibility. It's getting pretty crazy. We're gonna jump right into it here in a second, but before we do that, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. It's very, very important. And make sure you share this with you boys. I'm shadow banned as hell, so get the hell on it, doggone it. Come on, follow my new book and Twitter. It's right here in the description. Very, very important for you boy. So is anyone else seeing the warning signs? It says, with the recent mass changes to policy, am I the only one who is seeing that GameStop is going to be closing stores next year? Reddit gave GameStop a second chance in 2020, and somehow in 2 years, corporate's already blew its chance to make a comeback, especially with the out-of-the-blue changes such as limiting military and local PD discounts, pushing pre-owned and GSRF products for PRP replacements, price matching for pro members only, having 2 leaders running a store instead of one, or having a store leader run 2 stores instead of one, rather. And sad to say, but if you're working at a slower store, you may need to start looking for another job, because it's not like unlike GameStop to just close your store out of the blue, which is 100% true. It is definitely not like that. Definitely not. They are all about it. They'll close the hell out of that shit. And GameStop had a prime opportunity. They had a prime opportunity to completely course correct and save the company. Could it have been successful? We will never know. Would it have likely failed? Probably. But the route they decided to go in the face of all of this nonsense was to make their own NFT marketplace and blockchain. That was their idea to save the company. And they launched it 6 months after NFTs had already died and went out of popularity. Because that's how long GameStop takes to implement stuff. They were dead before they even began. What were they thinking? I don't know. Ask Ryan Cohen. He destroyed Bed Bath & Beyond, and it looks like we're not far away from that with GameStop. The truth about working at GameStop. That's what we're all trying to find out. It says, I recently just quit working at GameStop. I was an SGA for almost 3 years. The truth about working for the company is not that hard to believe. GameStop's let some of their worst employees get away with the worst behavior. After transferring from my original store to a new one on the promise that I get an ASL position, GameStop backed out of their promise to me of the position and gave it to someone who have never worked for GameStop. Bro, this has happened so many times. They also let a fellow SGA at my store harass me sexually and over and over, despite putting in several reports. GameStop doesn't give a fuck. I told my store lead, my district lead, and HR, nothing was ever done. I was blamed. I've had enough of the company just sitting there twiddling their damn thumbs while employees are assaulted and doing absolutely nothing. They do nothing but screw over their store-level employees and their customers. I hope anyone who's considering working for GameStop sees this and changes their mind. This is nothing new. I saw this shit countless times. I anonymously reported stuff to HR. Nothing ever happened. If you do report stuff to HR, usually they'll ask for your name. If you give it, they will fire you. Why? You're a liability. That's the whole point. You're the one making the complaint, therefore they're going to get you out the door, and then when you complain again and further, either A, you're not going to have a loud enough following or anybody to really amplify your message, or B, they'll list you as a disgruntled ex-employee. That's how these things always play out. And I've seen people get promised positions, move across the country, and get denied the position after they already paid for an apartment. I have seen this time and time and time again. GameStop's never changed. They never will change. If you watch my recent video, then you'll know they've rolled back all their policies. Pro members, the pro membership is extremely expensive. There's a lot of perks that you no longer get unless you buy their pro membership card. You have to buy it. Pay to play now, boys. They're not playing around. Okay, not playing around. If you buy something I never even mentioned, if you buy a new console and it breaks on you within the warranty period, they replace it with a used one. Why? Because they get a bigger profit margin on the used one. It's all about that profit margin, which, to be honest, isn't really helping. The earnings report will come out today, I believe, or after closing today of the market. You're going to notice real fast that they're not going to be losing as much money. as we think. As I think. I could be completely wrong. I'm just spitballing. I don't really care. But they'll probably not be that far off. And the reason is because they're laying off everybody. They're closing departments down in corporate, running on a skeleton crew, closing stores, liquidating everything just to have an adjusted profit so people don't think the world is on fire. But it is. Why? Because you're getting fired for bad training. So basically, I was at SGA a few weeks ago and I got fired for pure nonsense. I got my first warning/strike when I was told I had missed multiple things that should have been done, chewed out by the person who didn't train me to do those things. When I was fired, my final strike was over something I didn't even think happened. Since it was a they, she said situation, which irks me a lot. And to top it off, they graciously made me work the full day before letting me go. That's what they do. My first move would be filing for unemployment for wrongful termination. That's very, very important. These things do happen. These things 100% do happen. It's just how it is sometimes, man. It's just how it is. And usually if it's a hiring manager or a store manager, they're going to win every time. Especially if they know the district manager, you're fucked. That's just how these things work. GameStop's a money hungry, awful corporation that should have died several years ago, but here we are. Here we are. And now, boys, before I share this with you, make sure you share this video and like it. Comment down below, you bitch. What are you doing? Corporate is calling their employees, trying and begging for them not to quit. Says this is going to be awfully long. Ever since we got a new store leader, people have been quitting left and right since he's awful. He has no communication and expects us to just know what needs to be done around the store. Mind you, the only key holder other than me is still somewhat new to the job, which is going to be everybody right now because everybody quit. Since a lot of people quit in our SL's other store, he has to work full-time over there, and that left me to do everything at our store. I have to train seasonals, do all the main menu tasks, be the one in charge of most things. And usually I don't mind doing a lot of things at once, but I work in a busy-ass mall, and we're constantly having high traffic come in, and when I'm in the middle of helping customers or doing transactions, our seasonals are constantly asking for help. And I have to stop what I'm doing to help them. Obviously, it's okay to ask questions. I love helping out, but now we're getting more busy and busy. I can't handle the stress of being in charge of a whole store by myself, especially for only $9.15 an hour, guys. You can go to the McDonald's right down the road from my house and start out at $17 an hour, and all you got to do is listen to the beep, 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 take the fries out, put the little seasoning on them. That's what you're doing there, okay? These people have to run an entire store and they don't get paid for it. You don't get any benefits either. No PTO. You're not full-time. I can't be doing manager things when I'm only in SGA, but what else can I do when our SL doesn't tell us anything or even come to our location? So finally, I quit yesterday morning, sent out a text to my XL explaining the situation. Doesn't even say anything, and then I start getting a call from our district manager. I could have just ignored it, but I answered, and he starts yapping using the old corporate talk. He tried to tell me how he knows how it feels to work for the holiday and how stressful it is, and how he starts telling me I should quit the right way by putting my 2 weeks in. Ho, ho, ho. They just want to squeeze a little bit more out of you. In that case, I want to be rehired in the future. I have a second job with Victoria's Secret, by the way, so he mentioned how how Victoria's Secret will have the same stress. I doubt it. Then he tries to kiss some ass, trying to side with me, not giving me any solutions. The things that pisses me off is when my other coworkers quit, they didn't receive any calls from corporate, but they only call me to get me to stay because they're so desperate. Anyways, I ended up telling my DM I'd last 2 weeks, but of course my SL and DM didn't talk to each other about the situation. The SL just assumed I wasn't coming in anymore and changed the schedule. Don't waste my time. I'm telling you what, man. I promoted myself to guest. I said, F this company. I don't care anymore. I'm so stressed out. Over $9.50 an hour? Bro, I would have been done day one. I used to wonder why everybody hated this job so much. Well, now you know. Now you know. It's because it is a nightmare working in these stores. The warning signs are out. Corporate are even calling these employees right now, begging them to not quit. It is the end, boys. It is the end. What do you think? Comment down below. Will it be saved? Comment down below if you hate me because you have a few shares in it for some reason. Get on it, doggone it. A lot more coming. I love you and I appreciate you. Get the hell on it, doggone it. You guys are goated. Help your boy, that shadow ban, and give him some love. I'll see you guys next time. Until next time, get the hell on it, doggone it. Bye. Yeah.